What is up, everybody? It's your boy Roll. So, you guys asked for it, so you guys will receive. This is my hero profile that I took to regionals. If you guys already know, I went X1 at 2 locals with this deck list. So 3 wins, 1 loss at 2 different locals. X2 at another locals because they just drew the stones. And then at regionals, I did decent. I was X2 until round 7. I could have run my round 7 match, but I play errored. I had a bad headache and I just left. And the 2 losses I did lose, I only got blew out by one person, which is somebody from my locals who plays me all the time, knows what I'm using, and he has super poly. He drew the super poly. And then the other loss I had was against DZ from game 1. He dark ruled no more me, and then game 3 I bricked because I played him at the regionals. But other than that, man, this is the list. I'm gonna shoot straight into the video. Smash the like button, get this video to 500 likes and 2 super thanks. It's always the video goal. And if you're new here, make sure you guys subscribe for more. So this is pretty much 50 card heroes, abusing Cross Crusader, man. I'm just going to get straight to the list. And yeah, so 3 Stratos, pretty standard in my opinion. You don't play no more than 3, no exceptions. I mean, I see why some people like to play 2. However, since in this build specifically, you want to play 3 because of Crosskeeper. 1 Liquid because you only need 1. I never for myself needed more than once. 2 Shadow Mist, still even in this build, I like it. So 2 Shadow Mist is good. 1 Honest Neos, I still like them for the OTK factor. 2 Mally Denier package. Very standard in the hero decks. I don't think I need to go into detail about how good that is. 1 Plasma, I love it. First turn Fusion Destiny, Plasma DP combo. That's mainly why you run it. And then on top of that, Plasma is just good. They Scythe lock you. You can make Plasma and you're good to go. To stop their fielding, you're good to go. 1 of Dust to Gold. I know a lot of hero players cut this card. However, I'm always preaching to run this card because it's a good extender. It's a board wipe. And every time I drop it on people at every regionals I go to, they just cry because they know it's pretty much about to be over. 2 Vions. I like 2. Some people like to run 3. 2 is good for now. I'm thinking about adding, because I saw this being used in the hero group, the E-Hero Blazeman, which is because Blazeman would work with this deck and it helps get poly. So 2 Vion right now is decent for the combos. 2 Increase. I like 2. I know people say, Chris, run 1. Chris, run 1. I'm like, no, I'm not running 1. Stop asking me to run 1. I'm decided just to run 2 because if you open up the 1, you're done. And for you guys that are wondering, I have tested 1 Increase and I've come to find out it sucks. Now I know people have seen success with it. Good for them. Me personally, I don't like the fact that if I draw my 1 Increase, I lose. You pretty much, you can't combo off with your Vion and Increase plays, and that's a huge part. The only time you don't auto lose when you open up the 1 Increase is if you open up Fusion Destiny, and you can just rely on your DP Mally plays. But even then, you have to worry about getting DD Crows. So I like 2. So just in case if I open 1, I have another. So and this does good. Like I barely open up 2 in this 50 card build, so I like it. 3 Ferris, Staples, best combo starter in the deck. 3 Crosskeeper. Now, honestly, bro, almost every time I open up Go First and I open up Crosskeeper Stratos, I usually win. Because Crosskeeper Stratos and another hero monster is a field of Dark Law, DPE, and depending on your hand, whatever you want, pretty much. So that's literally God Hand. It's an extender. The draw 2 aspect is insane. Everybody that did it at the regionals, they were like, what does that card do? I'm like, oh, when I bring an E-Hero, I can draw 2, pit 1 back. So this plus Liquid, that's a draw 4. And decks that's running a lot of hand traps like this build is. It's amazing because after you thin out your deck, drawing a bunch of cards, searching a bunch of cards, when you hit that draw 4, 9 times out of 10, you're either going to draw a hand trap, 1 or 2 hand traps, and or your mass change to make the Dark Law. So cards insane. 3, no exceptions. I was going to do a 40 card build, but the problem was I was bricking more. And I don't know if it's just me and you other hero players, I think let me know in the comment section down below. But increasing this deck to maybe 45 to 50 cards works wonders, especially at 50 because Crosskeeper, because the deck searches a lot. Almost every card searches. Almost every card thins your deck. And then with Crosskeeper and Liquid, that's just more draw power. So I like it. Like the deck performed really well despite the results with it at the regionals. Like I said, I probably could have finished X2 if I didn't play error. Because if you watch the vlog, you know how I play error. It was a silly play error nonetheless. But like I had a pounding headache. I was ready to go anyway. For hand traps, 3 Ash Blossom, staple for the format. 3 Diddy Crow. I don't know how I feel about Diddy Crow, man. Like I know it's good. Like it stops the the Ronin Totem play against the Sprite matchup, and it pretty much craps on tournaments. In my local area, even at the regionals, there's not a lot of tournament players. There's like a couple, and I played one, which is my boy Sam, who beat me. However, he beat me because of Super Poly. It wasn't really because of the tournament stuff, for one. Because if we go first, make Dark Law tournaments just lose unless they open up the out like Dark Will No More or the Super Poly. This is good going second. I like it a lot. However, it's just stopping Toad against sprites. They could still end on a board of Elf. The sprite that can negate spells and traps. The sprite that can negate the monster effects. So you still have to deal with at least 2 monster effect negates and or a spell and trap negate. So I don't know. I'm still testing it. I don't know how I feel about it. I know in my vlog I kind of said it's kind of lackluster because every time I did it against sprites, like it didn't end their turn. They still had omni negates, and I still had to hope I had a follow up with droplet in order to win. So I'm still on the fence about this. I might just side it for Tillermans, honestly, because I noticed with sprite matchup specifically, if you destroy their normal summon monster, they're done. Because literally they have to run out on a normal summon, dispatch some of the sprites from their hand, because that's how they get field advantage. So there's getting rid of their normal summon monster off the field, however you're able to do it, is better for that matchup versus just DD crowing the Toad. Now you still got to deal with the rest of the deck. Like, I don't know. So it's good, but I don't know about how I feel about it in the main deck after this event. I think Ghost Ogre might be better for the main, personally. 3 Mass Change, because Mass Change is amazing. Like, nothing more to be said about that. Rhoda, because of the Crosskeeper, you can search Crosskeeper, and then Rhoda Crosskeeper full combo. Same theory with the 3 E-Call. Crosskeeper E-Call is full combo. Hero Lives is full combo by itself if you have another hero monster in hand, because Hero Lives plus whatever is literally full combo. So, yeah. 2 Fusion Destiny, staple. Hope it comes out to 3 on the ban list. Hopefully Konami gives us a ban list soon. 1 Miracle, 1 Poly, 1 Call by the Grave, 1 Dark Calling, all the good 1-ups. I've debated on honestly adding a second Poly. I will say that. Only because like I found myself liking opening up Poly. It can unbrick hands. I got to do some more theory crafting and play testing. If I do add another Poly, I will add the Blaze Man, because I like the idea of using Blaze Man with Crosskeeper just to add the Poly and then having the Vion Poly play. So that's something I'm thinking about. I haven't tested it yet, and I don't have time to test it because my son's going back to school this week, and I don't have time to go to locals this week, which is why you guys may or may not get a vlog this Sunday, but we're going to see what we can work out. 3 Forbidden Droplet. So it did good at the regionals, right? Like, it just don't seem as much of a blowout card as it once did. I don't like Dark Ruler No More in Heroes because this deck wants the LTK. We can't afford just to DR No More Summons Field and then wipe it and then get him an opportunity to come back. I could test it. I could be wrong. Like, I'm not going to sit up and say I'm right. Like, everything I'm saying is correct. I could be wrong. It's just my theory is, especially now since we have all the Artifact Scythe combos, Droplet is still better because even at the regionals and even at locals, I'm not losing a Scythe because I got Droplet. Everyone's playing Scythe combos again because everyone's main deck in Dark Ruler No More over the Droplet. So for right now, this is catching people lacking. Moving forward, depending on if the Scythe lock stuff gets hit on the ban list, it's going to determine if I run this card. Still going to run it at 3 right now because still one of the best negates in the game. And yeah, it breaks boards. It does everything you need to do. And to round off my main deck to 53 Infinite Impermanence, because one of the better hand traps in the format. It hurts the flu matchup. It slows down sprites, and that's pretty much it. And helps you not lose the window against tier elements. So that's the main deck, 50 cards. Extra deck, 2 Dark Law, staple. Blast, staple because of Mass Change with Stratos. Ab-Zero, DPE. Escurito for the Miracle Fusion plays if you get locked into Darks with Fusion Destiny. Malicious Bane, of course, because that's the gold. The Shining, might cut Shining. I don't know yet. I didn't really use it at the regionals. It's only when I feel like overextending. Like, it helps put extra damage on board for game, and it does come up at locals a lot. Just at the regionals, I didn't really use it that much. It's one of those, I wouldn't even call it a win more card. It's one of those last resort cards. Like, when Wake Up Your Hero comes out, I'm going to probably replace this with Wake Up Your Hero. But we probably won't get Wake Up Your Hero until like November from what it seems like. So until then, we'll have to run something. So this might get changed. This could honestly get taken out. But I do use it a lot. So we don't know. I don't know yet. The Shining, of course. Dangerous. I added Dangerous back because, yeah, I liked it. I kind of missed it. And it does help on those times that they do something goofy like get rid of your DPE. You still want to, you don't want to have Dead Fusion Destiny. So, Baguska, bro, I freaking love this card, bro. Shout out to the OCG player once again, the one who pit everybody on with Baguska, bro. It's a game changer. If you get, especially in the new build of heroes, where you can just spam monsters to feel like crazy without getting locked into heroes via Hero Lives and Crosskeeper. This card is a game saver. It can definitely steal games because people don't expect it coming out of hero deck. And then, of course, Dread Decimator, Wonder Driver, staple. All these are staples. Some players play one. I don't understand why I'm playing two. I know a lot of you guys saying Chris play Pot of Prosperity. I don't want to play Pot of Prosperity. The reason being because I go through my extra deck a lot. And what would I don't understand. Like, I use two of these a lot in a lot of duels. I use this a lot. I use this every other duel. Like, I don't understand why would I Prosperity, especially for 6, because I use half my extra deck or more than half my extra deck almost every duel I play. So, because heroes, if you don't get OTK bound, it's a really good grind game. Shout out to my Nibiru token from my from Dudley Reiner in the hero group. Shout out to him, he gave me this at Nats. My side deck needs work. It's not perfect, but Dark Angel for the Despia matchup. Some people ask me why don't I main deck this. The reason why I don't main deck it is because I've played at locals with it, tested main deck, and I sided it in against a lot of obscure matchups. And they either tribute summon over this guy, they either link it off. So it's kind of like, it doesn't do enough for me. So it's only good against Despias. I played this at the regionals just to win in time. It never came up, but it was there just to win in time. And it was also there to Theory Craft against the Sprite matchup. But I surely realized the Sprite matchup is just nutty. And even if you negate their effects, if they have another hand of Sprites, they just going to pop off, search. So, yeah. 3 evenly matched, bro. This is a game changer. Against Flundery, this is a blowout card. Against Sky Strikers, this is a blowout card. Against any Eldritch matchup, it's a blowout card. Now, I do know that we want to OTK, but against decks like those that can't really OTK us that fast, and they rely on spitting their whole hands to the board, you side it in evenly. I know a lot of you hero players have been using evenly for a while. I wasn't siding it forever, but I've surely realized after testing it local, like, yeah, this card's nutty. You just only side it in for the decks that you need to side it in against. 3 Ghost Ogre for the format. I like it. I might move these to main deck over DD Crow. I'll move DD Crow to the side deck. 3 Judgments. This is important. At the regionals, I realized against Sprites, this card is amazing because if you go first, set up Dark Law, and they have to burn through a lot of resources, they lose. It was a game I had at regionals where I literally opened up no monsters to combo. I opened up Fusion Destiny. He had the Ash Blossom, unfortunately. So I just set 2 of these pass. He normal summon. I'm like, pay half and negate your summon. He's like, pass. My turn, draw. I drew a brick card. I'm like, pass. He drew. He normal summon Sprite. I'm like, Judgment again. He's like, pass. And then on my turn, I'm like, pass. On his turn, he passed, and I eventually came back and won. So that matchup let me know that if you stop the Sprite summon, bro, it's over. And you run Judgment because of Dark Ruling and more mainly because if you go first, side this in, and because you lost, and they're going to side in Dark Ruling and more, or Lightning Storm or something goofy, just Judgment that crap, and you're good to go. Like I said, if you do full combo, draw 4, you can probably draw like 2 of these, maybe even all 3, and you're going to be in a pretty healthy position. And then Rare Reboot and Feather Duster so you don't lose those random back row decks and things like that. I know I run evenly matched for the back row decks, so I don't know how I feel about both of these. But I feel like Feather Duster is going to be good for the Mystic Mind matchup, and yeah. So, this is my hero deck profile in detail, man. Post your thoughts and opinions about this video in the comment section down below. Let me know if you guys want like a combo tutorial for Crosskeeper. I'll definitely looking to getting that done for you guys. 2 super thanks, I'll guarantee to have it done for you guys, or 500 likes. I know we can get the 500 like goal. I don't understand why we haven't hit it, but it is what it is, man. All right, it's your boy Rogue Hero, and I'm signing out, man. Peace to the innovative. Deuces. You guys have a great rest of your day.